Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy D Wayne bringing you yet another YouTube video at this time. So basically what are we going to be talking about today is denglong, origin of the Yang Zings. So yes guys, we have gotten yet another piece of Yang Zing support coming in Invasion of Venom. But actually before I get into speaking about denglong, there's two other things that I would like to talk about. Firstly is the whole dual network basically resting in peace and stuff. Well, as I kind of talked to you guys about that in my what video I was doing, it was the Shiranui video, the very last one I did. I was rather indifferent about the whole, case behind them and NAS and all that other stuff. Now I'm only slightly indifferent to what's going on, because obviously there was a lot of players on DN. It was a highly quote competitive place to test out decks and tournaments and all that other good stuff. Obviously you can do all of the same things on Dev Pro, Yu-Gi-Oh Pro and stuff like that, but it's always, both of them had their goods and have their goods and bads with them. So I don't know, I don't really care much that DN's gone, because like I also said in that video, like once I came over to Yu-Gi-Oh Pro Dev Pro, I've never really looked back. So it's not really much, it doesn't really weigh much heavy on my mind that it's gone. So that's basically one of the things that I wanted to talk about, to share my thoughts on. It doesn't really matter too much to me in the end. The second thing that I wanted to talk about is I've been hearing a lot about YouTubers losing a bunch of subscribers, and according to a lot of the comments that I've read on some of the videos and stuff, that YouTube is supposedly clearing out inactive accounts of subscribers to certain YouTubers. Some of them lost maybe 10 or 20. A couple of them may have lost a couple thousand subscribers. Like, wow. So that, if it's true, then there's a lot of inactive slash fake accounts of people that are subscribed to certain YouTubers. So I guess YouTube did some, I guess, Sunday cleaning of inactive accounts and stuff like that. So I don't know, they're in a real big uproar over it. Petitioning talks are being talked about getting their subscribers back and all that other good stuff. Me myself, I've only lost a whopping one subscriber off that whole thing. So I guess I've only had one account subscribed to me that wasn't that was inactive. So I'm alright, since my subscribers base is rather small. I'm only at 44 subscribers, which isn't too bad. It's nice and humble. It's not too out there. I'm not that big on the scene or anything like that. So yeah, those are basically my thoughts on that. So yeah, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this whole discussion. Now, denglong is a level 5 light worm synchro tuner with 0 attack, 2600 defense, requiring 1 tuner, 1 more non-tuner monsters, making him generic, of course. Alright, his effect reads, if this card is special summoned, you can add 1 Yang Zing card from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, you can send 1 worm type monster from your deck to the graveyard. This card level becomes the same as the sent monsters. If this face-up card leaves the field, you can add 1 Yang Zing monster from your deck to your hand. You can only special summon 1 denglong origin of the Yang Zings once per turn. So yeah, so let's basically go over his effects if this card is special summoned. Meaning there are multiple ways of special summoning this card. Either, obviously through synchro summoning of the card itself will allow you to, special summon, which is treated as, of course, so that you can get your search for Yang Zing card. Also, after it's already properly synchro summoned, if it's in a grave for whatever reason, you can also use cards like Powerful Rebirth and Oasis of the Dragon Soul to also special summon this card from your graveyard. Each will allow it to trigger its effects. What else? And I wish it was a level 4, because if it was a level 4, Boxia can also abuse this by looping through its effect to special summon level 4 lower monsters from the graveyard. So Konami definitely knew what they were doing when they decided on the levels for this card. So yeah, that is definitely an abusable effect depending on how you want to use it. Alright, so next effect. Once per turn, you can send one Worm type monster from your deck to the graveyard. This card's level becomes the same as the sent monsters. So it has a really awesome ability to modulate levels to set up for whatever synchro you want to synchro, basically. So you can send anywhere up to 1 to 6, send Safranu to make it a level 6 to modulate for higher synchro plays. You can send send a Chi Wind so that it's ready with its effect to special summon itself from the grave where the Yang Zing is destroyed by battle or card effect, and also making this a level 1 so that you can have your synchroing options. So I think that aspect of the effect is really good. And yes, actually really good. So last effect reads, you can add, if this face-up card leaves the field, you can add one Yang Zing monster from your deck to your hand. You can only special summon denglong origin of the Yang Zing once per turn. So yeah, so it doesn't matter how it goes. It can be used, when it's used as a synchro material to synchro into anything, you can get the effect to add a Yang Zing monster from your deck to your hand, destroy by battle or card effect, of course. So those are really the best ways to, get it to the graveyard to, get the effect to search off. What else? You can actually shuffle it back with Castel if the opponent chooses to do that. That'll also trigger its effect in the extra deck to allow you to get the search off. So this card is very versatile in a lot of ways, and at 2600 defense isn't too bad either. So yeah, so overall I think this card is definitely a solid addition to the deck. I will definitely be playing this when it comes out. I'm sure all my Yang Zing players will be playing this as well. So yeah, that's my thoughts on everything so far. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Alrighty, so I will leave that at that. So I'll be bringing you guys more videos in the meantime, but until then, peace, YouTube.